In this video, we're going to be looking at Chronicle's Marketing Manager, specifically at the contacts report to help us prepare for marketing contacts like office visits, phone calls, and then also looking at how to add notes and create marketing follow-ups. To get started, we're actually going to need to open the Marketing Manager, which you will find on your Home tab under the Management Tools list on the left. If you don't see it there, you will need to add it using the Edit Tools button at the top of the screen. I'm going to go ahead and open my Marketing Manager. I now have the Marketing Manager open to the contacts report. For the sake of the example, I'm going to say that I'm the marketer and I'm about to go out and make a bunch of marketing visits to agency offices. I could pull up a list of every agent in my Chronicle to market to. However, because I'm the marketer, I'm going out to visit my contacts, I'm going to pull my marketing group, which is Route 1. In the center of the screen, I've checked the box to see the referral numbers that I've gotten from my marketing contacts so far. And it will be looking back as far as the 28th of December, though I could change the date. Also, Chronicle can display in this report all of the notes that I've entered about my contacts since a certain point. Right now it's going to show me every journal entered since the 28th of December, and the newest will be displayed first. Those settings look good to me, so I'm going to click the Run Report button on the right. Chronicle's pulled the information I requested on each of my contacts, and this report helps me make those marketing contacts because I now have in front of me the name of each person, their phone number, address, and also key dates if I've listed any. Key dates could be things like birthdays, anniversaries. Last journal could show any note that I have entered about that person where I left off marketing to them. The jobs and billing columns on the right are showing me how much work I've been doing with this person. In the case of John Doe, I can tell that we have done one job with him in that time frame, and he was a referrer once in that time frame. If we're linked to QuickBooks and also have the security clearance to see financial numbers, we'll see not just the volume of the jobs, but how much that work was worth in a monetary value. Okay, so use the contacts report to help you make that phone call or those office visits in the case of my example. Once you've done that, you want to add notes to Chronicle about what you just did, and also to create that next marketing follow-up. There are two main ways to do this in the Marketing Manager. I'm going to show you both. The first is to use the individual follow-up notes and tasks screen. It is individualized because you're seeing each individual. The center column allows me to say what I did today. In this case, I made office visits, and then write an individual note for each person, all from one screen. Then on the right, I can say what it is I want to do next. I'm going to visit these folks again in a month, and I can either pick a specific day. For example, I could fast forward to March 26th, or if I didn't care about the specific day, I could say 4 weeks out and Chronicle will pick it for me. Because we're focusing on individualized marketing on this screen, I can create a follow-up date for Hannah that is nearer the end of the month of March than I did for Paula or Leah. Perhaps Hannah was going on vacation and I want to make sure that I catch her when she's in the office. The follow-up description allows me to say things that I want to talk about with each individual person. Once you're done, clicking the Save Notes and Follow-up Tasks button will save the notes to the individual journals and also create corresponding follow-up tasks. Those tasks we're going to look at on the marketer's task list, which you can also think of as a to-do list. In this case, I'm going to cancel this screen because I want to show you the other way you can put notes and tasks in. The second way to add a note is to use the Add Note to All button. If all you did was go out and do a bunch of office visits and drop off gift baskets, you could write that note one time, and a copy of the same note will get saved into the journals for each one of the people in Route 1. My next step would be to use the Add Task for All window, which allows me to create that marketing follow-up. But unlike the individual screen, this asks me to create the same follow-up. It'll just create a copy of it for each person in the group. So if I don't care about having individual days or individual things I'm going to talk to each person about when I get to the office next month, I could just create a general follow-up. I'm going to create an office visit follow-up. I'm going to do that starting March 26th, and I'm going to give myself a few days to get these done. I could assign it to myself or someone else. Once I'm done, clicking OK will create those follow-ups. As the marketer, if you want to know what you need to do, or as a manager, want to see what has been getting done, you're going to use the Marketing Tasks Report. The Marketing Task Report is essentially that marketer's to-do list that I was talking about earlier. It's pretty straightforward. On the left, we say whose marketing tasks we want to look at, whether marketing tasks for anyone, or we could specify a specific person. I'm going to look at marketing tasks for myself. I could specify a particular activity that I'm going to be working on. So for example, if I want to know what office visits I need to make, I could specify office visit out of the list. Task status has to do with when this marketing follow-up is supposed to take place. Current only will show you things that have to be done today. All active will show you things that are going to be happening today and into the future. Overdue active isolates those activities that should have already been done and are past their due date. And if you want to see what you did or what has been getting done by people, you can look at completed tasks, and you just have to specify a date range. I'm interested in seeing what work I have upcoming, so I'm going to isolate all active and run the report. Running the report brought up those office visits for my Sales Route 1 group. And let's say for the example that I've gone out and I have made these office visits. The next important step is marking the tasks done when you're finished with them. There are two different ways to do that from here. The first is to simply right-click any task and pick Complete Task off the right-click menu. Once you rerun the report, that task will no longer be visible unless you search under Completed Tasks. However, if you have more than 6 or 7 tasks that you need to complete, right-clicking might not be your favorite option if you have 50 of these. If you have more than a few and you want to complete them all at once, you can also use the Batch Task Completion screen. As you might guess, the Batch Task Completion screen allows you to complete a lot of tasks at once. In order to see the tasks that I just created, I'm going to have to push this time frame out because I did create them in the future. Now I can see the office visit tasks, and let's say for the sake of the example I have made all of these visits, so I'm going to easily complete them by selecting all for completion. If I wanted to, I could include notes about each of those visits I just made from this screen. Additionally, if I needed to create another task at this same time, I have the ability to do so. At the top of the screen, I can automatically create a follow-up task for any one of these folks. If I select for any task I complete, I can decide to create a marketing follow-up and perhaps make a follow-up phone call if I wasn't able to get a hold of some of these folks. And like the other screen, I can decide when I'm going to start making these phone calls and how many days I'm going to give them to be completed. Once we're done here, we can simply complete the tasks. And if we rerun our report to look at office visit tasks, we won't find anything unless we look under completed tasks. And that's all there is to it. Use the contacts report to prepare for that marketing action. Use the individual follow-up notes and task screen for individual-based marketing, or the add note to all and add task for all for more generalized notes and follow-ups. I hope this video was helpful. If there are any questions you had that this video did not answer, please feel free to contact our support team. They'd be happy to help you.